Alright, back for round number 4, and we're 3-0. And does not have anything for getting us a creature or Gristlebrand. Neither does his hand, fortunately. Alright, well this hand has 2 ways to get a creature, so now we're looking for a reanimation spell. Put that on the bottom and just go ahead and loot here. Looking for reanimation. I think we might want the mana over this. Well, no. Better keep the second Entomb. Actually, I don't know. The mana's pretty good, but we want Entomb to definitely resolve. If the first Entomb doesn't oh my goodness. Yeah. It's a lot of Entombs. What are we playing against? Probably Grixis Control. Yeah. Looks like Grixis Control. Gonna let that resolve. We'd like him to counter our Entombs. Like, hopefully 2 of them. And then we'll draw a reanimation spell. We want 1 of these Entombs to resolve and 2 to be countered, and we want to draw a reanimation spell or have this Faithless Looting resolve. Chose to not shuffle. That resolved. Alright, well, since that resolved, we're gonna could resolve another one, but there's not really anything else we need. We could, I guess drawing looting is better than entombing one, because we already have one. He could him us. I think we're gonna unmask here. If we're lucky, he'll just concede, but no, we're not that lucky. Okay, we're gonna take the Force Will, and we will entomb for a looting when he hymns us. This game's gonna be tough. We gotta draw a reanimation spell soon. The Strixes cause problems. He's just going for that. So we're gonna wait. We want him to him before we loot. Not sure what we're gonna name here. He's surely gonna brainstorm in response. No reason to hold the spell because of the hymn. Could name like Jace or Baleful Strix, Brainstorm. Might just be Brainstorm. Or Force of Will. I don't even know. I don't know. I think it's Force of Will or Brainstorm. Or Jace. Cool. Still in trouble. We need to draw a reanimation spell soon. Okay, that's what he hid, which makes sense. And then the brainstorm under that. So we know there's a brainstorm in his hand. Unless there was, yeah, it's got to be a brainstorm. Although, he's not playing his angler, which is fishy. We're not going to entomb unless he hymns us. gonna probably play Gurmag. Okay, that's a Gurmag coming. So we know he has these three and probably a Brainstorm and then one unknown. So he'd be trying to Brainstorm into a Force of Will if we draw a reanimation spell now. We could like Entomb hoping to get rid of something that in our deck, but I think the thinning of one creature is minimal impact. Now if we loot, he's going to him us. So it might just be better not to, but we're really close to just not being able to draw cards with Crystal Brand, which means we're dead. So it takes 7, but it'll put us to 10 if we draw an, I guess, yeah, virtually 10. So we'd be able to draw if we draw next turn. If we loot and hit, he's gonna him us. But if we loot and it's like the third card down, I mean, I guess it makes no difference actually. I think in the end, other than maybe to leave more in your deck for next draw step, because we pretty much have to hit next draw step, so we're gonna like double fetch too. I guess we don't have to F6 because he could him us here. Another Strix. So we think he has these 3 and a Snapcaster, so we think, I mean, this, yeah, and a Brainstorm. So these 2 and a Brainstorm is what we think he has. Yeah, pretty much have to draw it this turn. So I'll go ahead and fetch once. Might as well do 2. We pretty much have to draw it this turn, and we're going to have to use our mana anyway, and have to draw maximum. Did not hit. Yeah. All right. We're just going to unmask, see if he had anything cool. We can't win now, even if we draw it next turn. He's got 3 Strixes, and he has Jason and Edicts in his deck. Which means that we can't actually win without like Elish Norn in our deck. Alright, so on to the next game. So here we get to bring in our Grave Titans, which are really good here, and our Lake of the Dead. 3 Thoughtseizes, cut some therapies, because we want to be hitting every time, and there's more sideboard cards that matter, like Surgical. It's hard to guess between Surgical and Forcible when you have therapy in the sideboard games. And we'll get rid of both of these and have Elish Norn for Strix. As far as Jace goes, you just want to overwhelm him before he gets Jace into play. If he gets like Strix and Jace into play, the game's over. Cut 1 Exhume, because it brings back Strix, which can be super awkward. And I guess we go down to 0 therapies. On the draw, we bring in a lot more discard and cut the Chancellors. This looks pretty good, actually. It's not great, because there's no like reanimation spell, and it's like 2 turns slower than a turn 1. And that's if we hit. But I still think it's good. Okay. You won't be able to Brainstorm, so if we hit a Reanimate, then we're in great shape. Okay. It's not the Reanimate we're looking for, but it still gives us some really good draws here off this looting. Okay. Put these 2 in the graveyard and Thoughtseize. Taking his Brainstorm. Should be good. He should have played his Volcanic there. Okay. He has a Thoughtseize, which could really get us, but he has to draw a black spell off the top. Brainstorm Brainstorm could find him surgical or force of will, so I think we take that. It's a little risky because a black source would be very good and would likely win, but he has the brainstorm is slight. Oh man, he hit that. It's too bad. Well, it's gonna be hard. We have good draws here though. Like Dark Ritual will be good, or any reanimate spell. Okay. We just get Gristlebrand here. Yeah, get Gristlebrand, draw 7. I mean, the Edict's good against Gristlebrand, but drawing 7 is also really good. So, going down to 7. It's a little not great, but we can always unmask and take one of those 2 spells, whichever one matters, depending on what this looting shows us. Dark Ritual. Loot. Probably care more about the bolt. Let's see. If we take the bolt, he can draw a Snapcaster Mage and bolt us if we reanimate. If we take the Edict, I guess that's better. I would really like to get Grave Titan into play this turn, but I guess next turn's good enough. And then we don't lose to a Snapcaster Mage or another Bolt. Or a Cooligan's Command would also do it. Alright, got there that game. Okay, so now on the sideboard, or in the draw game, we want to get rid of Chancellors because they're not as good and we want like lots of discard. Because we want whatever our last spell is to resolve. I guess 1 Chancellor's okay. But I think maybe Pithing Needle might be okay too. Chancellor's a decent one to like bait with if it goes in your graveyard and you think they might have a surgical and you have a couple reanimation targets or spells. So yeah, I think we just want lots and lots of discard and hope for the best. Well, this hand's decent. It's not exactly the discard we're looking for. So this is a bit sketch because he could have surgical plus force. But we're going to clean up Grave Titan, and then next turn we're going to go Exhume with Entomb. Or we're going to like therapy him. I think the Exhume plus Entomb is better. Because if we therapy him and he surgicals, he'll see the line. And I think our best draw would be a Unmask. Unmask or Looting would be good. Reanimate would be okay. I think he's going to probably Thoughtseize this here. If he has like surgical plus now, that's problematic for us. Alright, that's pretty good because we're going to therapy him. If he surgicals, we'll name Snapcaster. If he flusters or forces this, I think we name Snapcaster Mage. Fluster, Hydroblast. What does he got? He has a Brainstorm basically. Could have named Fluster there. I thought he would Fluster the spell that we cast. This isn't great because of the Strixes. Actually, it's pretty good because we have Cabal Therapy. So he needs to find something here. Or he'll have to hide his Baleful Strix, which would be a heads-up play. If he draws a Surgical, we're pretty dead. I was really worried he had Snap Surgical, and that's why I named Snapcaster. Alright. Well, he's got a Flusterstorm. We have 3 spells that he might want to counter. Maybe we'll draw an Unmask. Is this Titan good enough? Huh. I guess we have to get rid of this Exhume and hope the Titan's good enough. Oh man, he just threw everything off of that. Yeah, that Brainstorm was pretty much unbeatable with our hand. So now he's got a counter spell, and we just have 1 land and an Entomb. It's unlikely that our Titan even is good enough now against this Strix. But we need to draw. I mean, it's possible. Let's see if he'll counter this thing. So we need 2 reanimate spells. Hopefully I reanimate into like an Exhume. That would actually probably be good enough if he doesn't draw a Surgical. Okay. If we draw a reanimate, we'll probably fire off the Stark Ritual first. See if he'll counter that. He won't. I guess he wouldn't counter that. Not looking great. He's drawn 3 more cards, or 4, but 3 are that he hasn't shown us. I think we're just firing it off on the Titan. I wonder if the Titan's even good enough. I still think we're firing it off on Titan, hoping... I mean, assuming we're drawing more, right? We're going to draw more reanimate spells? Alright, now a Lake of the Dead would be a Gristlebrand for us. And we have some time here. I think he has a Snapcaster, though, because he just paused there for a minute. I think Entomb would probably look for looting at this point. Ugh. Here's the Snapcaster Mage. He must have other things too to feel confident in snapping there. But it's not guaranteed that he has other things. He might have just wanted the clock plus the Brainstorm to find something else. We need to animate dead would be good. Is he gonna fluster this? Let's hope he doesn't have a force will. Snap. Brainstorm. Okay. So I don't think we can play around Bolt if this resolves. I gotta draw. Because, well, I'm so close to dead. He could just Jace it, you know, if I don't draw. I need to draw and I need to hit. Edict. It's gonna wait. Oh, we don't have the mana we need. We're like dead. It's really unfortunate. If we had drawn that the turn before, would have been great. Can we reanimate anything in his graveyard? Maybe if... No, because the Strix would kill us then. Now he's going to Edict. We need to hit another mana source there. Ooh, wow. He's just got Chase. Why did he let the why did he let that resolve? He must have an Edict on top. Cause this looks good for us. I guess we have to take the Jace, or actually we can take the Flusterstorm and then we can loot. And then we can take the Jace. Actually, we better take Jace because he's got Snap Fluster. He must have any. Well, would he hide the Edict though when he could just cast it? I don't think so. I'm gonna loot now. Alright, we actually really needed that to resolve. Because this Petal can help us get another creature next turn. So we better discard Reanimate. And I will unmask again. Actually, I'm going to play this out to make him think I might have a Dark Ritual. And then I guess if he flusters this one. Nope. So we're going to leave him with Fluster and Gurmag. I guess, yeah, that's our best bet. I mean, we might have to take one if he attacks with the Strix. I mean, we might have to attack into the Strix. Okay, so we know what his draw was. Oh no, he did have that on top. I wonder why he hit that on top. Where did that land come from? Alright, well, we tried. Too bad. I guess hiding it on top was pretty good. Because, well, yeah, no, his hand was good. Like, he could Fluster and Exhume, but if I had an Animate dead, if I unmasked his Jace and then I Animate deaded a Chancellor, we would have probably won. Anyway, we'll be back for round number 4 or 5.